So, in reality, we are all trying to achieve the same goal. Finding the perfect placement of steps to get to the fridge from your room in the middle of the night so that the wood doesn't creak and wake up your parents will then proceed to verbally judge you for being a fat ass. Not speaking from personal experience at all. Okay, but actually though, what all humans want in life is one thing: to live our best life. There are several components that go into living your best life. I'm sure some of the immediate ideas that come to mind is a nice house, a nice car, a nice job, a nice personality so that people don't look at you funny when you start talking about your unironic obsession with Phineas and Ferb 5 minutes into meeting them. But being a 19-year-old who goes through a midlife crisis every other day, I'm probably not in the best position to tell you about how to achieve these goals of yours. What I'm equally unqualified to talk about, though I'm going to talk about it anyways, is how to regain control of who you allow into your life so that you can actually feel fulfilled and happy. Let's take a walk. Imagine that you're the dictator of a small country, and everyone who comes into your country and inhabits it are the people a part of your life. It's up to you to regulate your life, aka your country, and make sure that everything is going smoothly. So that means if someone is acting up, it's your duty to address it and make sure the problem gets fixed. But it's not that easy, is it? I'm sure we're all familiar with the idea of toxic friends. To continue with the small country analogy, these toxic friends inhabit your country and cause havoc, except you don't realize that they are. If the country is your life, they plant seeds of some dangerous vegetation in your land, and you don't realize it at first, but over time these plants get so big they start causing excessive damage to your country, and the damage is so deeply rooted that it's nearly impossible to fix. Yeah, we've all been there, but here are some tips on how you can address this problem. Rule number 1. Cut off all communication with said toxic individual. Now, this advice always would throw me off because on one hand, you don't want to completely cut them out of your life to the point where they notice and start holding a grudge against you because that's more drama and who wants that, right? But stop texting them, stop checking in on them, basically reprioritize your friends and keep them as a last priority. You can be friendly with them, but you don't have to be their friend. Rule number 2. Stick to rule number 1. I know way too many people who just give in really easily and can't actually cut someone off, and it's really frustrating to see. But just remember that the more you keep investing your time and energy into this person, the more harmful that plant is just going to keep growing, and it just makes it even harder to get rid of in the future. And honestly, go off of the way you feel, because chances are you're going to feel a lot better after cutting them off, and if so, that's great. That means you're making steps in the right direction, and by creating space in your country, you're now giving new quality people the opportunity to join your life and become a certified citizen. Anyways, yeah, I guess this video took more of a serious turn than I was expecting it to, but hopefully it's helpful to all 10 of my viewers. Just remember that you're in control of your life, aka your country, and what takes place and what doesn't, so y'all better go fix your shit and become the all-powerful ruler you're meant to be. I'd also like to give a special shout out to my brother Anish, who always leaves a comment on these videos. Looking forward to it, bro.